As you all probably know by now, tonight is Brad's last night. So how do you adequately convey gratitude for 46 years of exemplary journalism, bringing us the news that matters day in, day out, always putting the needs of the viewers first, and all the while teaching scores of young reporters, producers, and photographers about how to get the story, dig deeper, and tell it better? There are so many journalists that have passed through WEHT and have gone on to do amazing things all across the country, and they will all tell you that Brad Byrd made them better.
Well, franchise, I always called you the franchise because you are our franchise player, like Reggie Miller was to the Pacers and Peyton Manning was to the Colts. Brad Byrd is to News 25 and News. There was no one better ever in breaking news than you were. Always, while you're thinking about it in your head, making sure what you said was accurate, and you did an amazing job. And because of that, as I got through my career, I always told myself, and later on my teams that I've employed, is to be your best when things are at their worst, and you were always that.
There is just no doubt the lasting impact that Brad has had on the tri-state, and I am so proud to have been just a small part of his legacy.
Hello, Godfather. Man, it is hard to believe that you're retiring and stepping away from the TV news business. I know things at Channel 25 will never be the same, and I don't think it's a stretch to say that it will be impossible to replace you.
You know, I tried to emulate you a lot. I mean, when you walked into a room, when you walked into that newsroom, you took command. And I'm not kidding. What a great storyteller. You're a great journalist. You have been ever since I've known you, and the tri-state knows that.
I was just starting out in my career when we first got to work together, and you were so kind and so patient with me and always made me laugh. You have dedicated so many years to your community, and now I hope that you really get to enjoy retirement with TJ.
I could talk about a billion things, but really I just want to say thank you for leading by example. You were absolutely serious when necessary with a wicked sympathy with the rest of the time, and really taught a bunch of us kids at the time how to be pros. And for that, I'm eternally grateful, and I've carried it with me my entire career.
Well, you know, over the years, there were so many young journalists, broadcast journalists who passed through Channel 25, and Brad was always there, as a mainstay, and he was the kind of guy who would help you do your best, and he would help you be your best. And I remember that.
One of the most important things I learned from Brad is to be passionate about everything that I do and to share my knowledge with others.
You were so helpful to me when I started out as a reporter in the tri-states. You really did a great job of giving me advice, that let me know who to talk to on important stories, and also help point me in the direction that would tell that story better.
I hope you know what an influence you've always had on me as a producer, but also as a person. You taught me how to be a leader that people actually respect in and outside of the newsroom. So that is a gift that you just never know how valuable it is.
Hey, Brad, I just want to say thank you for welcoming, accepting, and training a young, fresh out of college producer many, many years ago.
Hey, Brad, congratulations on an incredible career. It was such a pleasure to start that News 25 at 9 o'clock show with you many years ago and anchor it alongside you from the beginning. What an honor. You taught me how to be a better storyteller, a better writer, and correctly use terms like on the lam.
Brad is one of a dying breed now. The journalist that comes on, you just implicitly trust them, back in the days of Walter Cronkite and such. With Brad, you know what you're getting is true. You know what you're getting is real because he's that dedicated of a journalist.
46 years of broadcasting is an absolutely incredible achievement, and I feel beyond fortunate and beyond blessed to have spent nearly 10 of those years with you. One thing among many that I will always admire about you is that you're a student of history and you understand that things happen within the context of humanity. And that not only helped me in my career, professional development, but most importantly, personal development too.
When I started working as a reporter in Brad Byrd's newsroom back in the early 1990s, I was as green as they come, and I was hungry for a glimpse of that kind of validation. And it wasn't easy to get. It didn't happen very often because Brad Byrd's standards were so high. But 30 years later, I could still tick off a list of stories and live shots I did back then that I know Brad Byrd liked. So why does that matter? What matters, because if Brad Byrd liked a story, it mattered to the community that we were all there to serve. It meant it was fair and well-written, a little funny, or maybe all of the above, right? It was what the viewers deserved.
Congratulations on retirement. You've absolutely earned it.
Congratulations on your retirement, Brad.
Hope you enjoy your retirement. All the best, Brad.
Congratulations, and I wish you well in your retirement.
All the best to you on your next adventure.
Congratulations. Best of luck.
Brad, congratulations on your retirement. It is well deserved.
Retirement, it's not going to be the same without you.
And I wish you all the best. I love you.
In this next chapter, I hope you get to enjoy your nights like you never have before. And so, to the Godfather, I say, congratulations and happy retirement.
Wow. Okay, Godfather.
God.
And there were so many, Brad, there were so many more who sent in comments and wanted to comment, and I didn't have room for them all, but I'll send you those so that you can get them, because people love you. And I'm not done yet, because we have some comments on our Facebook page from people who have been impacted over the years by your work and you. Viewer Jacob says, Brad, thank you for being our voice and guide these last 46 years. Can't wait to hear what your next chapter will be. And Brecca says, a voice I've listened to from birth, 31 years, well-earned retirement. If you ask me, thank you for your dedication, Brad. And finally, William says, I grew up watching Brad Byrd on the news. He was a comfort to the tri-state. When he was on the story, you knew you were getting the truth. Truer words never said. Thank you to everyone. And you can still go on our Facebook page and comment and wish Brad well.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty quiet now, because this is just overwhelming, but...
well, you're dearly loved.
Well, I'm going to miss all you. I miss those. I haven't stayed in good touch with all of them. I've tried to, but how lucky, how green has my valley been? So thank you. Thank you, Shelley.
We'll be right back.